Members of Parliament, ladies and gentlemen, ministers of the Council of Ministers, good afternoon and welcome back to this public meeting of Parliament, public meeting number 9, as we continue from yesterday when the meeting was started with 4 agenda points, the last one being the handling of the draft budget 2025. Members of Parliament, we continue with the speakers list for this meeting. I do not have any other person signing in at this time to speak. Note, members, that unless you sign the speakers list, you will not be in the set of signing. I assume that there is no need for members of Parliament other members of Parliament to follow on the speakers list. I see MP Roseberg making her way, so I will just await as MP Roseberg will affix her signature to the speakers list. MP Roseberg, you have the floor.
Thank you, Madam Chair. Blessed day to the Council of Ministers, my dear colleagues, the public in the Tribune, and the people of St Maarten that are tuned in. Thank you. Kotai. What I, for now, would like to bring forward, Madam Chair, through you, to the Council, I have reviewed and also studied the different presentations. It's nice to see that there are different priorities scheduled within the Council of Ministers. What I am personally looking at is seeing that there are different legislative priorities scheduled, and in the CC meeting I have brought it forward. My questions were very much focused on what are the priorities of the Council and in what way will we reach to those priorities, because I do believe that legislative-wise we can achieve a lot, but seeing that there is a dearth of legislative lawyers, that we need to look into how can we make sure that we can reach to the amount of legislative lawyers that we need, so that the different presentations and the legislative priorities that have been presented, that we can make sure that those priorities will be executed in the time frame that we would like it to be executed. Because too often we have seen in the past that there are different legislation brought forward, but because of not having the capacity within the different departments, it can unnecessary delay. So what I'm personally looking at is to how we can make sure that within the kingdom, if we don't have it here within on St. Maarten, that we can look to different measures in making sure that we can make sure that the legislative priorities can really take place, because I've seen a lot of initiatives being brought forward by the Council, which legislative-wise need to be executed. So therefore, I'm happy to see that the Prime Minister also brought forward that it is a priority to work on creating and making sure that we have those legislative lawyers on St. Maarten, and I do believe that that should continue being a priority, and that we as Parliament also need to make sure that that remains a priority for the Council, because without having those legislative attorneys in place, we cannot work further in executing what we have presented in the different presentations. That's what I would like to say for now, Madam Chair.
Thank you, MP Roseberg. I ask if there are any other members of Parliament who would like to speak at this time, so that I don't inadvertently close the round.